Today we are going to work on dividing fractions. We're also going to review multiplying, but we're going to work on dividing also. So we're going to start with reviewing. Can we see? Goes down. Okay. So we're going to start with reviewing multiplying fractions. So let's come up with two fractions, such as 1/2, and we're going to multiply by 3/4. So when we multiply fractions, it's really easy. All we do is multiply straight across. So 1 times 3 is 3, and 2 times 4 is 8. And we're done. 1/2 times 3/4 is 3/8. So that's your review of multiplying basic fractions. Now, what about not so basic fractions? Such as 2 times 4/9. Which can still be read as 4/9. But we have a whole number here. So, all whole numbers go over the number 1. Now we have two basic fractions, and we just multiply straight across. 2 times 4 is 8. And 1 times 9 is 9. So our answer to 2 times 4/9 is 8/9. 8/9, or 8/9. When you say it fast, it kind of gets a little jumbled. So when we have a fraction like this, I usually say 8/9. But either way is correct. So let's look at the other special circumstance that we have. So we have 1/4 times 3. Now, like I said a minute ago, all whole numbers automatically go over 1. Now we just multiply straight across. 1 times 3 is 3. And 4 times 1 is 4. So our answer to 1/4 times 3 is 3/4. So that's your review of multiplying fractions. Now we're going to divide fractions. And when we divide fractions, as my 5th graders know, because y'all remember me rapping during class, we keep, change, flip. Yeah, that's the action. And you can look that up on YouTube. I promise it's not me rapping. So we keep, change, and flip. So if we have something like 1/2 divided by 2/3, we're going to change that. We're going to keep this fraction, change this division sign to the opposite of division, which the opposite of division is multiplication, right? And we're going to flip 2/3 to become 3/2. I'm looking ahead. Okay, 3/2. So now we've just got a basic two fractions to multiply. 1 times 3 is 3. And 2 times 2 is 4. So, but we want to say, if we explain it, our original problem, 1/2 divided by 2/3 equals 3/4. Now, I could probably be a little more technical with that and show you why 1/2 divided by 2/3 equals 3/4, but I think sometimes actually showing why, rather than remembering a rule, gets more confusing. So let's do it one more time. Let's take a look at 1/4 divided by 3/5. So the first thing I would do is write it down here. Keep, change, flip. And when you flip, you just put the 5 on top and 3 on the bottom. So now you have 1/4 times 5/3, or 5/3. So we just multiply straight across. 1 times 5 is 5. And 4 times 3 is 12. So, we put this on our original problem, and we say 1/4 divided by 3/5 equals 5/12, or 5/12. Now let's look at our special circumstances, because just like in multiplication, we have special circumstances in division. And actually, considering that you're dealing with multiple steps, I think these special circumstances are even more special. So let's look at a problem such as 2/3 divided by 4. Alright. So we really need to take it one step at a time. So I've worked with many students, I've tutored many students, and they always want to do the same thing. They want to skip steps. Do not skip steps. Especially if you haven't been doing this for years and years and years. You have to go about the steps in order. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to say what number goes under every whole number. If you don't see a number on the bottom, the number is going to be 1. Never, ever, 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 ever put 0. That would be bad. Never put 0. So now you have 2/3 divided by 4/1. And now we're just going to do what we've been doing. Keep, change to multiplication, and flip. 4/1 becomes 1/4. And then we multiply straight across. 2 times 1 is 2. And 3 times 4 is 12. So that's 2/12. But we want to relate it to the first problem. So we say 2/3 divided by 4 is 2/12. And for my people that are looking ahead like I did, you can see 2/12 will simplify. But we'll get to that in a later video. So hold your horses. That's an expression my mom used to use. You don't really have to hold your horses if you have horses. Okay, so let's do one more special circumstance, this time using the first fraction instead of the second fraction. So we've got 6 divided by 2 over 3. Okay, one step at a time. So, anytime you see a whole number, what number goes under it? Right, 1. So we put a bar and put a 1. Now we just do what we've been doing. Keep 6 over 1, change division to multiplication, and flip 2 over 3 to 3 over 2. So now we have 6 times 3 equals 18, and 1 times 2 equals 2. So 6 divided by 2 over 3 equals 18 over 2. And you can convert that to a whole number, because all a division bar means is really, or all a fraction bar means is really division. So 18 divided by 2 is 9. So, to take it one step further, 6 divided by 2 over 3 equals 9. And that would be your complete problem. There's nothing else that we can do to that problem. So, we have been through the various steps of a division problem, and we've been through all of the operations with fractions. I'm sorry, I'm just looking for the video to show you or play for you. So, I will leave you with this. And hopefully this is the right video.
Open. Remember having that feeling for the first time?
Yeah, that's not the one I played.
Yeah, you know how this go. Keep, change, flip. Simple, right? Divided fractions. Vocabulary. Let's go.
Alright, my 5th graders.
Keep, change, flip. Yeah, that's the action. Everybody's gonna know how we're dividing fractions. Keep, change, flip. Yeah, that's the action. Everybody's gonna know how we're dividing fractions. Keep, change, flip. Yeah, that's the action. Everybody's gonna know how we're dividing fractions. Keep, change, flip. Yeah, that's the action. Everybody's gonna know how we're dividing fractions. Dividing fractions is easy. That's no lie. You just flip one, yep, then you multiply. Don't flip both, because that'll be strange. You need to keep one exactly the same. Yeah. Then the sign gets changed, division to multiplication, that's okay. Then flip the second fraction like you're on a grill. We multiply what's left, that's really real. Take 3/5 divided by 2/3. Keep, change, flip, that's the word. Keep 3/5 the same, change the sign so we multiply, that's the game. Flip 2/3, we get 3 over 2. Then we can multiply, and so should you. 3 times 3 is 9, 2 times 5 is 10. 9/10 can't reduce it, that's the end. Why do we flip it? I'll explain the math. Dividing by 2 is the same as multiplying by half. 20 students in your class divided by 2 would be 10 students. Or we can do 20 students in your class times half is 10. You'll see, you'll get the same thing at the end. Dividing is multiplying by the reciprocal. Keep, change, flip, yeah, that's the simple rule. Keep, change, flip, yeah, that's the action. Everybody's gonna know how we're dividing fractions. Keep, change, flip, yeah, that's the action. Everybody's gonna know how we're dividing fractions. Keep, change, flip, yeah, that's the action. Everybody's gonna know how we're dividing fractions. Keep, change, flip, yeah, that's the action. Everybody's gonna know how we're dividing fractions.
What? All right. Keep, change, flip. Work on dividing fractions. Work on your multiplication tables. And I'll see you next time.